On to the big story now, and Gwyneth asked, is it OK that as soon as I heard mention of Brexit Stage 2 on the news, my first thought was, ooh, they'll be able to push the button on the last leg.
I'm sure that was what everyone's first thought was.
Yes, it was announced today we are officially moving on to Stage 2 of Brexit! Now, we've had the... Well done, those who booed.
What? Some people who are going, I love Stage 1 so much, I don't think we've had enough of it.
We've had the Stage 2 button on standby for the last few weeks to celebrate this momentous day. We don't actually know what's going to happen when I push it. I can only assume it's going to be pretty special. So,
I'm very excited.
Okay.
Go for it. Whoa!
Okay.
You are strong.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is to celebrate Stage 2. Let's see what happens.
What the hell are you talking?
I'll kill that, Adam Hills. But anyway, Merry Christmas.
100%, by a distance, the best thing that's ever happened on this show.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, Lionel Blair.
Tell you what. Let's hope we get onto Stage 3 fast, because Bobby Davro's still up there.
All right, let's move on. I'm going to say, listen, I'm going to say I was excited today. I'm going to say this is the first time since the referendum that I thought, do you know what? Brexit is actually going to happen. It felt like for ages it wasn't going to happen, and today I was like, OK, we've moved on. I'm actually feeling positive about it.
I'm glad.
Yeah?
No.
Right.
Nonplussed. Well, basically, we've moved on with Northern Ireland and Ireland having basically... It's pretty similar to what it was before.
Like
We just made a ball ache of it.
So apparently there are 3 stages of Brexit, and while some people will say they are denial, anger and grief, the actual stages are withdrawal, future relationship...
An Aztec.
Hang on. Pyramid.
No, transition. Withdrawal, future relationship and transition.
It's like... It's quite festive, isn't it, that we'll be visited by 3 stages of Brexit?
Withdrawal, future and transition. Sounds like a range of Gwyneth Paltrow-scented candles. It was a pretty good week for the Theresa May. The Theresa May?
Well, it's kind of like... It's a good week compared to all of her other weeks. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think anyone has spent a week trying to call Arlene Foster and called it a good week.
I worry, because obviously she's got a lot of praise.
Yeah.
I worry we know what happens when Theresa May gets too much self-belief.
What?
I fear she's going to call another general election. This is the thing with the 3 stages, right? What? It's taken, like, 18 months to do 1 stage.
Yeah.
And we've only got, like, a year and a bit left for 2 more stages, and they're not even the easy. It's not like the next 2 stages are tick, I'm not a robot, and, and what are the 3 numbers on the back of your debit card?
Theresa May's week hinged on a phone call to the head of the Northern Irish party, the DUP, Arlene Foster. There were rumours it took Theresa May a full day to get Arlene Foster on the telephone.
I reckon she was a nut, because apparently she was trying to ring her and she wasn't answering. I bet you she was going, she's not answering, but I can see she's online on WhatsApp.
Arlene Foster was doing that thing. Arlene Foster would text her a little bit so that she knew the 3 dots were going, Theresa.
Theresa would text back and go, it's been delivered, it's been delivered. It went to voicemail after 2 rings. She's screening. Philip, ring her from number 11.
Philip, ring me. Check my phone is taking calls. But why she phoned while you were phoning me, Philip?
Apparently, Theresa May finally hammered out the deal last night on the phone while the Downing Street Christmas party went on around her. Which is why the first draft of this morning's deal said 1 single market, 2 distinct countries and a partridge in a pear tree.
The Downing Street Christmas party.
Oh, my God.
My main vision is Theresa May trying to get Arlene on the phone.
Yeah.
And then think I need to get a quiet room. Going in and there's just two MPs shagging under some coats.
I feel a bit sorry for her.
Sorry.
I feel sorry for her because she would have been the only one at the Christmas party on her laptop. Well, obviously, and Damien Green as well.
Clearly. Allegedly. I think the whole thing's a
I
metaphor.
don't think Damien Green allegedly has a laptop.
I don't know, the way things are going.
It's kind of a metaphor for how the Tories are treating the Prime Minister, I think. She's doing all the hard yards. Boris is in the background dancing with a lampshade on his head. After all this, so she stayed up. Apparently, she had 2 hours sleep last night.
Legend.
Vodka luge ploughed on, didn't she?
And then
Straight through.
she was on a 5 a.m. flight to Brussels this morning.
Oof.
Why does she need... Because she knows she's secured the deal.
Yeah.
Why is she going early? Like, what, to make a weekend of it? Oh, I don't get to enjoy Brussels enough. I think I'll do a Segway tour. Taking the lint factory.
No, I don't know. I guess she had to be there early, so she was on a 5 a.m.
She just
flight.
didn't want to clear up the Christmas party.
I reckon she didn't even mean to go to Brussels. It's one of those things where someone gets pissed up and then the next day you hear a story, yeah, I've ended up in Brussels, I don't even know how.
Yeah, looking at a phone going, oh, my God, did I call Arlene Foster last night? What did I do?
She's checking her receipts and gone, Ed, does anybody remember us giving the DUP another £1 billion?
So, look, the reason this week was so complicated was the Irish border. Now, it's difficult to explain, but I'm going to try and give it a little bit of a shot. Now, this is very rudimentary, but I'm going to try and... OK, so basically, imagine this is kind of Britain and this is Ireland here, OK? Does that work?
I mean, don't draw Ireland the shape of a potato, mate. It's a bit racist. I mean, come on.
I'm trying to... Right, OK. So, OK. Now, the big question
Sorry,
was...
what? I'm from the southwest and seemingly it no longer exists.
It looks like mainland Britain has put on weight.
Oh, come on, then. You draw Australia.
Oh,
you
no,
draw
we all know
Australia.
that I got ruled out of this bit.
Here's Australia.
Go on, draw Australia for me.
Well, it's round the back, obviously.
Right, OK. So the big question this week was, what happens to Northern Ireland when we leave the EU? Now, if they left the single market with the rest of Britain, there would have to be a border with Ireland around here. Now, the thing is, Ireland didn't want that. So, the other alternative was Northern Ireland had the same customs regulations as the Republic of Ireland, which means the border basically goes here. Now, the DUP didn't want that because they want to be treated the same as the rest of the UK. The problem is, if they got a special deal, then Scotland would have wanted their own special deal as well. Then Wales would have said, hang on, we want a special deal. Then London, Newcastle... Newcastle... Right. It's kind of like... OK, London, Manchester, Newcastle, Birmingham would have chipped in, Cornwall will have broken away...
Cornwall?
Kind of. I mean, at this point, all you need is, like, Glasgow and Edinburgh to kick in and it looks like Mr Blobby's sad because he can't get to his football.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I did not expect to see an Australian drawn on television again.
Met her afterwards, she was lovely.
She's lovely, she's
she
great.
said, here's my card if you ever need a one-legged stripper.
Have you got that card?
What was great was watching Alex on the red carpet.
This girl went to me, oh, Alex, can you sign this for me? And then she went, actually, can you sign this?